Hello, grandkids. Glad you can make it. My name's Nyla, your resident grandkid host, and welcome to the Grandpod. This is episode 7 of the podcast. So if you want more, you can either go now or later because there's like 6 other episodes and then there's some bonus episodes. There's a lot of content, okay? So if you want to dive into pretty much last year's episode, since we're in a new year now, then go ahead and do that. You can start now, later, doesn't really matter. Well, today, for our first episode of the new year and technically the last in this season of the Grandpod, we have our super special guest.
I'm Theo.
Theo!
Hi.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. If you don't know who Theo is, first off, rude. Second off, this is one of our resident style icons, our yeehaw, okay? Straight down from Texas. And one of the candidates of the great grandpa election. So there's much to be excited about here. Yeah, first off, we can kind of talk about the election a little bit. I kind of mentioned it right when we were in like the planning stages of
hmm
this episode, and then I was like, technically, even though you already have an episode, if you want to go for it, you can. So, and technically, you get a head start because you'll be on, and this episode will probably be out before the elections happen. So is there anything you wanna say to the people to like get a little jump start on your
Uh,
campaign a little bit?
First thing I want to say, so sorry I don't have a poster yet. Um, I've been trying to
Understand.
make it. But all I'm gonna say is I think I would be a great host. So choose wisely.
Well,
That's
you
a threat.
have that. Okay, awesome. Threats on the Grandpod. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dictatorships are welcome.
Oh no.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's a little old thing. And then I also wanted to mention, we have met in person, actually. First time we met, or the only time we met, I think, was at Unsilent Night. If
I
I'm,
think that was the only time.
I
I
think
thought
that
there was
was
a
the only
second.
time. I feel like there is, but there also, it might just be all of the Zoom calls we've been in together. So it's
Yeah,
probably
I
those.
think that's it.
But yeah, we met at Unsilent Night. I flew my ass to Texas. Um, and it was a blast. It was a ball. I almost died in the crowd because that
Yeah.
festival crowd was wild as hell. They brought a chair into the pit at one point. I don't know what was going on. Um, but yeah, that happened. It was a good night though.
It
Definitely
was
a
great.
definitely a night to remember, honestly. Awesome. Okay. So moving into the format of the podcast. I don't do the little news portion of it anymore. I'm gonna leave that to Manon. She knows what she's doing. I instead want to start off these episodes with an icebreaker question. So essentially, what the icebreaker question is, it's a chance for me and our grandkid guests to get to know each other a little better, have a little bit of a conversation, and really just dive deep into the topics that I honestly just think of randomly throughout my day, whether I'm at work or I'm just in bed and I can't sleep. These are just random questions that I either think of myself or I've seen on the internet and I've contemplated way too much about. So, are you ready for our icebreaker question?
Hell yeah.
All right, let's do this. All right, so for our icebreaker question, my question for today is honestly, it's a little bit related since we're going through our election cycle here at the Grandpod. If you had to vote a fruit for president of the United States, what fruit are you picking?
Huh.
Mhm.
I want to say kiwi for some reason, but I don't have any basis as to
Kiwi,
why.
just off of vibes.
Yeah, I was gonna say apple. No, I don't like their vibes. I feel like they're
I
weird.
get that. I get that.
Um,
I get that.
I don't know. Oh no, I'm gonna say peach. I'm gonna say peaches
Peach. Why peach?
because we're in the peach party. That's why.
Real. Run that up. Run that up.
I don't even like
Hash.
peaches.
You don't like peach.
No.
You wouldn't even like your president. That's
I,
real.
correction, I wouldn't eat it. I do like the way they smell and they're very soft, but I don't like the
Okay.
texture. I don't know.
I get that. I get it's just something I can understand that. My vote for fruit president is mango. I've thought way
Mm.
too much
Okay.
about this. First thing, I wanted a fruit that had culture. Okay, we've had so many just old white guys in office. I want something with culture. I want something with flavor. I want something that's a little bit different than everything else.
Mhm.
Apple feels like the white man of fruit.
I was
So
gonna say, yeah.
I didn't want to go with that. And then nothing else just really spoke to me culturally until I got to mango, you know? So
Yeah.
mango for that. Second, not everybody likes mango. I don't want a people pleaser for a president. I want someone who's going to get things done. But like mango would lean more progressive for some reason. I don't know. I feel it. It feels like it used to be a part of the working class, kind of worked its way up, clawed its way up out of the gutter, and is going to actually make some changes.
Yeah.
And I also like that you can't, mango has such a specific flavor. And once
Hmm.
again, it's not for everyone, but the people who it's for love mango. Like the diehards love mango. So
Hmm.
I'm my vote's for mango. I've
Yeah.
thought way too much about this, honestly. So yeah, mango for president for me.
Go mango.
Go mango, honestly. But yeah, all right. I think that's gonna be it for our icebreaker question. That's the end of that. Now it's time for our interview. The interview section, if you don't know, it's pretty self-explanatory. I pretty much just go through with every single grandkid. I start off with the same question every single time, and then we go from there. So starting off, how did you find grandson's music? How did you find grandson? What is the beginning of what led you here today?
Um, I believe I was around 16. I'm 22 now. Um, I want to say it was like late 2016, and my older sister came home from college and was like, "Dude, I found this really cool guy on Spotify, like in my like daily mix." And so she showed me him. And I was like, "Cool, I'm obsessed now, by the way." Thanks for literally changing my life. So I immediately like followed him on Twitter, saved the three songs he had, because I literally think it was like, I'm gonna get this wrong. I think it was like Bill's uh Bury Me Face Down and Kiss Bang
That doesn't
around
sound
that
wrong.
time.
That doesn't sound
Either
wrong. I think those
it
were
was
the
either
first ones.
those three or it was right before Bury Me Face Down got released. Something like that. Um, I don't know. Three songs. And I followed him on Twitter and I think I tweeted him that day and was like, "Hey, you're fucking cool. Want to be besties?" And he was like, "Yeah, we're friends forever now," or some very grand
Oh,
stuff. And I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" And I've been on grandson Twitter ever since.
wow. Wow, you're like a founding father for grandson Twitter. That's
He was still
crazy.
grandson sucks for a while.
I remember that. I think I think it's really funny because I also found grandson when I was 16. I found
Hmm.
him 2 days after my 16th birthday. Quite literally will never forget my anniversary just because of that.
Oh,
Found him 2 days after my 16th birthday, and I remember he was still grandson sucks at that point, and that was just before
hmm.
he was able to change his at. That was like just before because I did a cover
Yeah.
of Bloodwater and I had to tag at grandson sucks. I remember that. So man, that's crazy.
Mhm.
Okay. That's actually so cool. Oh my god, I didn't know that. I don't know why I've never asked you that. That's so cool. What? Okay. Next, what's something that grandson has said to you that has resonated with you? Obviously you've been around for a while, and I know you've had a couple of interactions. So is there anything that you'd like to share with us that he's said to you at all that's resonated with you and that you're still carrying with you?
Um, there's a couple. I will say whenever, because I won or I was one of the winners of the Taco Bell like dirty like Zoom call. So we yeah, we had a really good like therapy talk. Because I was moving out for the first time. I was horrified. It was the middle of 2020. It was really scary.
Mhm.
So we had a really good talk. And then in Austin in October, that just passed. I think that was the first time I'd seen him in a while because I saw him like March of last year and then October. Um, and just both of those times after, he's just really been like, please take care of yourself, Theo. Like the last time I saw him in Austin, he gave me a hug and was just like, come here. Like he squeezed me real hard and was just like, please take care of yourself, like for real, like please. And I was like, ew,
Oh.
okay, I will. Um, I hold that very close to my heart always. But yeah, real sappy shit, but he's cool or whatever, I guess. I don't know.
Real. Honestly, that's how I do it. I'm like, yeah, he's like one of my favorite people or whatever. Who
Yeah,
cares,
yeah.
No,
He's just there.
honestly, yeah, he's just around, honestly. Like, I'll have his Twitter notifications on, but then I'll see it and I'll be like, ew. And it's like,
Yeah, but
but
yeah.
that's like the vibe. That's always
No,
been
yeah.
the vibe. So I completely get that. I guess what's one of your favorite memories that you have with the grandkids? Like that, just a memory
Ooh.
that comes to mind for you when you think of grandkid interactions, whether it be in person, online, texting, what have you.
I think one of my favorites, and I don't remember it very much because I was very not sober. But I want to say it was the virtual concert, or like the Zoom
Oh,
call we
word.
had after that. That was really fun. Um, and then I think recently, like in person, whenever we went to Austin, me, Tandra, and Sam kind of convinced him to go to a bar because he turned us down going to Denny's in Austin. Oh no, I'm sorry,
Hmm.
in Dallas. We convinced
Hmm.
him because he said no to going to Denny's in Austin. So we were like, "You want to go get a drink?" And then he bought us shots. So that
Word.
was pretty fun. That was
That
pretty
does
cool.
sound really fun. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. And then, okay, I think this is gonna be my last question for now. Um, how does living in a more conservative state kind of impact the way you intake grandson's music? Like, did it make you gravitate towards him more, do you think? Or is it more like um, I kind of already aligned with this and it was already a part of my ideals kind of sort of thing. Like, how did that?
It was both. I grew up with a pretty conservative family, but they conservative in the sense they weren't like active in politics. So that kind
Mhm.
of like they just
Okay.
didn't care. And I was always the one that was like yelled at by my dad for being like crying about like stuff that didn't matter. And I was always called really sensitive for it. And then high school came around, I was like 15, um, and was really active on Twitter. And Twitter in 2015 was just like it is now, but I feel like as a teenager, it was a lot more, oh shit, the world is fucked up.
Hmm.
It's not just my little bubble that's chaotic. And so I was already kind of there. I was always leaning away from what my family did, um, or at least the older people in my family.
Hmm.
Um, but before I found grandson, it was really just like I had like Rage Against the Machine, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
it was like there wasn't a lot of people that I personally knew of that were making music about wanting to change things because I didn't know what I wanted to change, how to do it, or what it even meant. Um, even if that meant changing things within myself or my personal space with my friends, and who I was hanging out with and, letting into my life. And finding grandson really helped me put into words what I wanted for myself and for the world and for the people around me. And then I got really, really close with everybody and to some degree himself. So it's really opened my eyes and kind of helped me a lot. Um, just realizing politically what I believe and also in the same sense, not just following what somebody I love and, believe is a good person, what he believes all the time.
Hmm.
It's okay to disagree with things and or the way things are said. Um, so
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just a lot of that, like coming to see that, oh my God, like there's a world out there and it kind of sucks, but there's good people you can find and good things you can do. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautifully said. I honestly can't even add anything to that. That's great. I didn't grow up in that. I grew up in California. California is California. The racists hide in the north. So I live in SoCal. We don't really see any of that. I don't really see any of the super right-leaning, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. I don't really see that a lot. Most I get are like anti-vax moms who
Mhm.
just like want to drink their kombucha or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Don't care. You mean nothing to me. I hope when your child gets older, they vaccinate themselves. That's kind of
Yeah.
all I've seen. So to see a different perspective of that and to see how the music, and not even just the music, but like the community and him as a person have helped you to in your own personal journey in discovering the world outside of yourself, both in a political
Mm.
sense and like a personal sense. I think that's really, really dope. So that's
Yeah.
really, really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I hope that answered the question. I just kind of rambled, but
I think it did. I honest to God don't remember the question. So we're gonna say it did. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. My brain doesn't remember anything almost any of the time. Um, yeah, thank you for that insightful interview. That felt awesome. That was great. Thanks for talking to me a little bit.
yeah.
I think now it's time to move on to the game. So we're moving into the game. Um, so when I come up with these games, I try to do something a little bit different every time unless I'm doing repeat games, which I haven't done yet. And for this one, I decided to go find some grandson music videos, go
Oh,
into the comments
oh
and
man.
choose three comments from five different grandson music videos. Each one that reveals just a little bit more about what the music video is. And you're gonna guess which music video it's from.
Ah, okay.
I'm gonna call it Comment ça va? Because I know it says the word comments, but it's pronounced Frenchly. So that was fun. I don't even know what that means.
French.
I remember learning that on Duolingo like 2 years ago. Not gonna reveal why I tried to learn French. If you know, you know. I'll actually tell you. Let me pause the recording. Okay, cool. So we're gonna get into the game. Okay, so oh, I almost said the title of it. That was stupid. So the first comments for this first, oh, also before I get into this, one of these songs is just a grandson feature. So I did want to put that out there.
I'm
Okay, and
already,
only one of them.
I'm gonna be so honest. I am not a music video watcher for most people I listen to.
Honestly, you're so okay. I didn't know there was a rock bottom or stigmata music video until I made this.
There's a Stigmata music video?
I did not know that. I mean, I kind of remember the rock bottom one, but I had no recollection of the stigmata one like at all. And I know I was around for it because I was
Yeah,
around when volume one came out. So
yeah.
I was like, how? I don't remember this. So yeah,
Interesting.
honestly, you
I'll
can
watch
call me a
them.
fake fan.
No, I'll watch them when they come out, but I don't ever really go back to music videos like that.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay,
I feel like the one that I've watched multiple times was Identity because I was trying to see if we could find codes in the background or something. So I think that was
that's
that. But
okay. Oh God.
it's okay.
I'm,
You're gonna be good. I think this is gonna be really funny then, rather than anything else. Okay,
okay.
starting off with the first one, first of three for the first music video. I can't imagine grandson in color now. I'll allow you to make a guess for each specific comment if you want, or if you just want to wait until you get all three comments and just make one big
Yeah,
guess, you can do that.
yeah. Go on
Next,
with the. Yeah.
next one. This song is way too damn catchy. I keep having to play it at least 3 times before I can listen to something else.
Hmm. I just don't get the first one because has he ever been in color? Um.
Um, I think okay. I know the Bloodwater music video was partially in color. I know the beginning had a little black and white thing,
Mm.
and then it like I think it switches back and forth or it stays in color. But I can't remember for sure. But I do know that Milkman Gran is in color because I remember the green in the background. I remember that.
Um. My only guess is honestly like, oh no.
Okay. Okay. We got one more. Bro really got assassinated for not being a mannequin.
Wait. Oh, I don't know. I thought that helped, and now I'm more confused. Because I feel like I can see it in my brain, but
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna stick with oh no.
I think that helps you pin down an era better
No,
rather
it
than
doesn't.
anything
I'm
else. It
telling you,
doesn't.
I watch music videos when they come out, and that's it.
I can give
Like,
you a hint. Death of an Optimist era was like the mannequin thing.
you're right.
It started with Identity when he was on the bus with the mannequins,
Mhm.
and then it goes into. I don't think it's how we did
Mhm.
it. I know the videos for Death of an Optimist, if I'm getting this right, are Identity, we did it, Riptide, and
There's not a
Dirty.
dirty music video, is there?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
duh.
get the
That's literally,
dance.
yeah. Oh my God. Oh fuck.
So technically, you're kind of down to four. You got a 25% chance with those.
I'm gonna go with dirty.
You're gonna go with Dirty.
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It's correct. It's Dirty.
Oh, okay.
You got that
Okay.
one. You got that one.
Okay.
Okay, we're moving on to the next one. First comment. Is this legal?
Oh no.
Final answer. Are you gonna...
Yeah.
You're right. Yep.
Hmm.
The other two were this has an uncomfortable number of kinks and if you want an apple, I got you guy for president. So another presidential one for this, but yeah, I remember when he said he was like, if you want an apple, I got you.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
awesome. We have 10 more minutes in this meeting. Thank you, Zoom.
Oh.
All right. Next one. This one was funny. I'm from Geometry Dash. That's the first
What?
comment.
I'm from Geometry Dash? I have no clue. I don't know what's going on.
We're gonna go to the next one. I'm just gonna throw in a quick. I knew him before he was famous and on the radio into here. And then there's a
Is
laughing emoji, and then the cat like smirking emoji, and then a little star. So
that Bloodwater?
that's your final answer, or do you want the
Yeah.
last one?
Yeah, I want the last one.
Last one's gonna give it away, I think.
Okay.
Words cannot describe how perfect the song is for this movie.
Oh. Oh. Is it rain?
Train.
Yeah, okay.
Say, look, you're getting them great. We only have
Yeah.
two more. We got two more. Next one. I thought this was gonna be a jolly song, but instead it's the embodiment of everything in my head.
I want to say identity, but why would you think it's a jolly song?
So
Um,
real.
yeah, I need the next one.
All right. Talk about a drastic shift in tone. This song feels like a middle finger to society, and I'm on board.
No fucking clue.
All right. Last one. Grandson's music is so powerful. I want to go beat up a politician now.
Uh,
Any grandson song ever.
yeah, like I'm stuck on like why would you think it's like a happy song? What is the
I think that's the biggest hint,
is it
honestly.
Happy Pill?
It's
Is
not
there a music
Happy
video for
Pill.
that?
You can guess Happy Pill. It's not Happy Pill, though.
I don't know. I have no clue. A happy song. Can I get an era?
If I give you an era, because there's not that many songs in each one. Um, I think the best thing I can give you is to think of song titles that sound like they're going to be a little bit happier, sound a little more positive, I guess.
No, dude, I'm stuck. I don't know. I feel like you're gonna tell me and I'm gonna feel so dumb.
Honestly, a little bit. It's You want to know, or do you want me to like try to wiggle you there a little bit?
Yeah, no, just tell me.
We did it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, tone shift, happy song. Got it. Okay.
And you see,
That
we did
that
it.
makes
You're
a lot
like,
of sense.
oh, because I was honestly
Yeah.
the same way. When I saw we did it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be so cute. And then it's like, oh
No.
no, but it's one of my favorite songs. That's what else is. All
Oh
right,
God.
this is the very last one for the game. Two of my favorite artists together in one song. Best quarantine gift I could have asked for.
Quarantine. Mm. Um, with in quarantine. Fuck, I don't remember. I don't remember 2020.
Real.
Yeah. My boyfriend is whispering things to me that didn't come out in.
You get to phone
I
a
know
friend.
what you're saying. No, I don't need to. I don't think that's the right answer. Um,
I kind of want
okay,
to know what
what's
his
the
answer is.
am I dumb? Did that come out that long ago? Fuck. The one with Kesha. That's not
No, that was late 2021, I think.
yeah, right? That was a
That was
couple
late
years.
that was late 2021 because I
Quarantine.
know yeah, that was
Sorry.
late 2021. No, it's okay because I know because when he was filming TikToks to promote it, me and Beth accidentally ran into him coming out of Amoeba Music. He was going in and we were going out. We were like, is
That's
that
funny.
yeah, so
No, okay.
um second one, I think this is funny. Honestly, I think this okay, here's the one thing about this one. If you haven't seen the music video, which with this one this was hard mode, this is why I put it last. I don't think you've seen the music video for this, but that's what makes this second comment make sense. And the third one like lets you know what song it is, but only if you know niche like cultural things. Second comment is song is so cool, but why do we have to bring politics into it? WTF?
Is this the one with Tom Morello?
No.
I don't listen, I'm gonna be honest to him. I'm a fake ass fan. I don't really like any of the features that much. Like I'll listen to them, but they're not my go-tos.
Real, I get that. I'm mostly like that, except Good Mood is my baby, and Happy Pill means everything to me. And I love Heat Seeker so so much. And then after that, I, I'm
See, like
probably
I love Zen was my
oh,
favorite
I
for
love
the
Zen.
longest.
I love
Um,
Zen. I got to see that live technically. Didn't have K-Flay sadly, but oh my gosh, the energy in the room. First off,
oh,
homie, I don't know the man's name in X Ambassadors, but that man had me crying. Oh, I think his name's Sam. Homie had me sobbing, and then he brought Jordan on stage, and he was like, "We're gonna do Zen," and the whole I was like, I had tears rolling down my face. I was like, "Give me fucking Zen!" Like it was so cool.
okay.
But
I have no,
last one, last comment is technically a three-part comment. I screenshotted it because I thought it was funny. It's how well do you make blood in the water or no or yes? Hey, who did you play Just Dance or no 2020? I mean 2021. I'm so sorry, that's hilarious. I know that
um,
person. I'm not making fun of them. I just think it's funny. Do you make blood in the water or no or
you
yes?
make blood in the water. Um, yeah, no, I am absolutely lost. I'm
Okay.
good with 3 out of 5.
I can say that the three songs that I mentioned, it's one of those three
Is
of
it
my favorite collabs.
fuck, is there music videos for all three of those?
Yes.
There is?
Mm-hmm. At least
That's
visualizers, not like
amazing.
music videos, but like
Yeah.
visualizers.
Is it Good Mood?
It is good mood. Actually, no, sorry. I'm a little
Okay.
so good. It's not good mood. I'm sorry. Every time someone says good mood, I just get excited. So I said yes.
Damn.
It's not good mood. It's Heat Seeker.
I was gonna say Heat Seeker, but I didn't think that one had a music video.
It's Heat
Fuck.
Seeker. They all have a music video. Yep. And there's like
Ew.
imagery in there of like Donald Trump, and I think he's getting stepped on or something. I don't know. I can't remember the music video that well, but I do know they have like a really orange version of Donald Trump. It's very, very funny. And that's why the person was like, song is so cool, but why do we have to bring politics into it? And I think that was,
Okay.
and then it did come
Damn.
out around
That's okay.
quarantine. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's oh, I forgot about that comment.
yep. And there
Damn.
we go.
Okay.
That's the end of our game. Honestly, I think you got 3 out of 5, which is good. That's
I
that's
I
passing.
did better than I thought I would.
See, you did good. And then yeah, that's actually it for the game. Awesome. Thank you for doing Comment ça va with me. Once again, I do not know what that means. French speakers, correct me. Thank you. Now, it is time for my super special guest to take the mantle. I'm going to pass on the baton so you can go into your special deep dive topic. So, Thea, what's the deep dive topic for this time? What are we talking about? What are we discussing? What are we having a conversation about? What's going on?
Um, I did a lot of thinking. I had a lot of time to think. Um,
Mhm.
I want to talk about how the culture of live shows, concerts, live events in general has changed post quarantine now that COVID is a thing. How
Mhm.
it's changed and to a degree the TikTokification of it, which I feel like sounds like a little pretentious. Um, but I mean that's part of it. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like they have changed a lot, not all for the better. Um,
Okay.
yeah, that's the topic. How I feel about it,
Awesome.
I don't really know. But yeah.
That's super valid. I feel like something I've noticed, I didn't go to that many shows before quarantine. I went to like my specific little artists that I liked. Um, and I didn't I didn't really notice anything until like I got back into it. And one of the worst offenders that I saw at a show personally was when I went to go see Chase Atlantic and Leah Kate was opening for Chase Atlantic.
Mm.
That was an utter disaster. And like I've seen people be like disrespectful to openers before. Okay. I don't appreciate it. I'm a type of person I'm gonna go crazy for whoever's up there simply because I would want the same thing if I was up there.
Yeah.
Um, Even if you don't like my shit, at least like nod your head, like, oh, okay, yeah, But they were like all out, like just disrespectful. And I guess it had been a meme that was going around on TikTok where you like lift your phone up. They were like holding up signs that were like, my dead cat would have loved this. Or like I think she had this one song about this guy that like broke her heart or something, and they were like, I'm rooting for him. And I was like, oh my God. Or people would like lift their phones up to play Subway Surfers. And then she
Yeah.
tried to get in on the joke and she played a little Subway Surfers thing like in her like visuals for her stage, and people just laughed. She got a water bottle thrown at her. Like it was so disastrous. Like it was honestly like really, really disrespectful. And I was just like, I understand the whole meme and everything, but like that's
Yeah.
just mad disrespectful. Did you pay money just to shit on someone? Really?
Yeah.
Like I understand that you're probably there for the main act and you don't really care or you don't like her or whatever, blah blah blah. And like I don't like her either. But I was honestly I had a seat, so I was chill, just on my phone. I didn't make a scene of it. I was just like, okay, I'll
Yeah.
just go on Twitter. Like the
Yeah.
crowd kind of fucked it up.
I
And
think that's
then
partially what I mean when it comes to like how TikTok also has affected it, because I feel like that shit blows up on TikTok.
yeah.
And like I've seen a couple times, granted it's been bands that have problematic presence and histories. That is a little funnier. I'm not gonna lie. But if it's just somebody that you don't like, it's really weird. Like I don't get it. Because yeah, just go to the bathroom. Like take a smoke break. I don't know.
hmm
Or stay there and just like pretend to have fun and warm up your body, stretch a
hmm
little. Um, but no, the holding up like your phone with like a shitty little sign or like obnoxiously playing a game, like specifically to like, I don't know, draw attention away from what's going on stage. Um, it's frustrating. And then like just the way people um interact with each other in
hmm
the crowd. Because there's always been people who are like, don't push me, like, nah, stuff like
Yeah.
that. But I think now it's really bad. And it's not even just because it's COVID is still a thing. It's not like people wanting to social distance. It's literally just entitlement. Like there's not
Hmm.
hundreds of us squished here. I'm literally just trying to move my arm. Um, I don't know. It's weird. Um, and I think a lot of it might have to do with the fact that bands that have either blown up on TikTok within the last couple years or they've had live shows and these fans haven't gone to see them or have never gone to a show before. And they think stuff like that is normal,
Hmm.
and it's just not. Um, I don't know, like it just blows my mind.
Hmm.
And I saw a tweet today. It was kind of on the same topic of like people don't go to shows for like depending on who it is, but Harry Styles is a good example.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about how that's more of a fashion show and you just want your pictures and like yeah, take pictures, take videos, like look cute. But personally, whenever I saw him, I want to say it was late 2021, like I focused so hard on how I looked that it was hard to enjoy myself. And that's when I was
Hmm.
like, why? Like what is going on? Why does it matter?
Yeah.
Um, And I think that's part of it too, is like, oh, we're all outside again. Like, I have to be the best, the loudest, the best fan. Like, I have to get the most attention from people around me and the act, the bands, whoever. Um, I don't know. It's just kind of disappointing. But I
Yeah.
hope that it kind of everybody kind of grows from that. I don't know.
No, I
I
get
don't
what
know.
you mean, especially the sign epidemic, especially with larger artists like Harry. That's been
Hmm.
huge. It's been so annoying.
Yeah.
Like to see like the pit for Harry shows. I haven't gotten to see him, but to see like the pit and it's just filled with people holding up these huge fucking signs to the point where like people who actually are there to like enjoy it and not just to like get attention or whatever. And it's fine if you want to be noticed or anything, but like don't make it like your entire point to going to the show.
Mhm.
Like at the end of the day, like you should be there for his music, right? Like
Yeah.
that's kind of the point of going to the show. So to like block someone who's potentially like, oh, I've never seen him. I got my pit tickets. I'm so excited. And then to be blocked by a huge ass sign that's saying, Harry, my boyfriend broke up with me. Like, I don't care. I'm so sorry. Like that's none of Harry's business. Harry does not care. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's trying to play a show. Like, please. No one, I'm sorry. No one cares. And I hate to
Oh,
say it like that, but like it's I hate to say it like that, but like right now, that's not important. And you trying to make yourself the center of this thing when you're literally there for Harry Styles, like, come on. I get it's your
yeah.
day. I get it's your special show. Awesome. Great. Enjoy yourself, but don't do it to the degree where you're taking away from others. That's really, really
Yeah.
shitty.
But I also don't think it's all bad. I really don't. I think a lot of people have a better appreciation for live music after not
Hmm.
being able to go. They feel like they really want to enjoy it in the moment more. Um, because I know I'm like that right now. Like if I go somewhere, even if it's not to a concert, but just some live event, it's like, damn, I couldn't do this for 2 years. Like
Yeah.
I just want to enjoy myself. And I think part of that does come with getting a little older, but still, I don't know, it's just odd, on all aspects.
And then on that topic, have you seen that one tweet where it's kind of like where people are like, I'm having a lot of fun, and these people were just staring at me from
Mhm.
across the room and looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah,
I feel like there are a lot more people who are willing to kind of look a little nuts because of their appreciation for live music. That's like had this like resurgence ever since we were able to go back to shows. People are more willing to look a little weird and crazy to the people who don't get it. Because if you don't get it, you don't get it. The girls
yeah,
that get it, and the girls that don't, don't. And I'm trying to be a girl that gets it. That's kind of the vibe.
yeah,
And like I've always been one person to freak out at every show I go to. now I'm just a little more emotional about it. Like ever since live shows came back, I've cried at every single show I've gone to.
Mhm.
And it's more just like I'm so happy to have this because there was a point in time where I couldn't have this. And having this back makes me so happy that I just feel emotional. I cried
Yeah.
every single one. And it's also because of the like sometimes the music gets me, but usually it's just the atmosphere of where I am
Yeah.
and like being able to have that again. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna look a little crazy. Like, I'm sorry, but when World War III comes on, I will turn into the Tasmanian devil, at least for 3 minutes. And I think I need you to be okay with that just for a little bit. I give everyone a warning before the show starts. I'm
Mhm.
like, if people I've never met to people I've gone to shows with multiple times, I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. This is one of my favorite musicians. I will be loud. I will scream. You'll probably see me cry. We're strangers. You don't know me, but you will see me cry, and that'll make us closer in some way. So you can either get with it or get lost. That's kind of the vibe.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I try to give that kind of a version of that speech every single time because I already know what's going to happen. Is
Mm.
there the trash? Sorry, they're taking out the trash out there, and I keep hearing it, and I'm just like, are they taking out the trash right now? Awesome. Thank you, trash man. Um, but yeah, and I kind of give that speech a little bit because I'm like, I already know I'm gonna be crazy. You can either look at me and be annoyed and pissed off, or you can have fun
Mhm.
with me, strange person they
Yeah.
don't know, and we can become friends after you see me sob. After you
Yeah.
see me sob. And I think I like that that's become more normal. It's not
Mhm.
just me. There are a bunch of different people who think like me now, rather than people just being like, I mean, there's still
Uh,
gonna be those people. There's still gonna be those people who are like, why are they having fun? You
yeah.
know, it's like, okay, you
Yeah.
came
Like, why
to,
are you here?
yeah, you came there to stand and look pretty. Awesome. Stand and look pretty. I came to go absolutely nuts. I'm sorry you can't jump like the artist is saying in your demonias, but I want to go nuts. I'm sorry. It's not
Yeah.
my fault.
It's not. And I think that's another thing too. I was talking to my sister about this a little bit ago. Because I was always like, I need to be front row. I need to be able to feel the breath that they are breathing in order to have fun. Um, and I was like that for a while, but now like I love just being in the back and just having the room to do whatever the fuck I want to do. Because I was so insecure at shows. Like I thought like I was gonna look stupid. Like I didn't want to, embarrass myself. But that's literally why we're there.
Hmm.
Embarrass yourself. Nobody
Yeah.
gives a fuck because nobody's looking at you. And if
Yeah.
they are, they're weird. Um,
Exactly. Like there's a whole person doing stuff on stage and you're watching me. Are you
yeah,
kidding me? And then there's
yeah,
also the thing like even if you do look weird and you embarrass yourself, are you gonna see these people again? Maybe at the next show,
yeah,
but like who cares? You know? You're
yeah,
probably never gonna see these people again. So honestly, have fun.
yeah,
Go crazy. Do a little dance. Make a little love get down tonight. Do what you gotta do. Like it's you're supposed to be having fun. You didn't
yeah,
pay money to stand there and be miserable. You paid money to go see this artist. So have fun with it.
yeah.
Get and I think honestly, going back to the TikTok thing, I think TikTok, which is honestly a really superficial app. I hate to say it, but it really is. And it's a lot about looks and it's a lot about looking the best and everything. It's kind of changed the culture of shows in that way because a lot of people are like, I'm gonna, like you said earlier, I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna take pictures, I'm gonna look pretty. And then for
Mhm.
the people who came to like actually have fun, they just kind of look at them sideways and it's like,
Yeah,
we came for different reasons and I respect your reasons, but you also have to respect mine, dude.
yeah,
Maybe I'm gonna get a little wacky. That's not my problem at this point.
yeah. No, and I feel like, and I think I said this to you and I brought up the topic, but I I hope none of this like comes off as pretentious. And I feel like it that's a very thin line to be like, oh
Hmm.
fuck TikTok, oh fuck all these new fans.
Hmm.
Because it's not even like that. I'm a new fan of artists daily almost.
Yeah.
Um, but it really is just like it's frustrating in a lot of ways. Um, and not just because, like you were saying, people go to dress up. I do that sometimes,
Hmm.
depending on the show. Even if it's not a show, if I want to dress up and go to Kroger, I'm gonna dress up and go to Kroger.
Exactly.
But when you pay money to do that and then you look sideways at the people who didn't come to do that, who aren't doing anything to you, it's just kind of like, nah. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
frustrating. Um,
Yeah, and I think and I feel like just to give it if anybody's listened this far, like you have to understand that this is the point of the deep dive topic is to have a conversation. And throughout this entire conversation, we've had our ups and downs. We've had our points where we're like, oh, damn, maybe I am going a little too hard on this person. Maybe I do need to take a step back and think and like put myself in their position and kind of understand them a little bit more. But
for
sometimes
sure.
I kind of don't want to understand you. Like sometimes I just want to be a little mad and I just want to complain a little bit.
Yeah,
And that's fine. That's the point of having a conversation. There's honestly no hate to these people, whatever type of person you are at a show. Do your thing. As long as you're having fun in whatever capacity, you're not hindering anyone else's fun, and you're not
yeah,
hurting anyone. Awesome. Do your thing. Like, who cares, you know? Is
yeah.
there anything else you wanted to say on this topic? I think we
Yeah, I don't think so. I think we covered
kind
it
of,
all.
yeah, I think we went through a lot of it. Um, I think a lot of people, just to kind of end this, a lot of people should kind of learn a little bit more concert etiquette. If you see someone fall, pick them the fuck up, help them up, um, give them a little bit room if you're trying to find a security guard if they're having like an anxiety attack or a panic attack or something like that, asthma attack, what have you. Try to help them out in any way you can because you're all there to have fun. And if one of us are down, we are all down, okay? Don't make me go reach in and go grab that fucking
Yeah.
speech from fucking 6 o'clock, dude. Don't make me do it. I know the whole thing.
Oh, I do
Okay,
want to add something then.
go for it.
Um, just one little last thing. That's another thing I've noticed. Like you were saying, pick people up if they fall. Stuff that I feel like is pretty basic knowledge. I have noticed a lot of bands and artists have been way more attentive to that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
That's a big part of that, I think. But that was it. I did want to give them some credit as well and not just shit on them. But
yeah.
I've seen a lot of that like on Twitter and just videos of shows lately, shows that I've been to,
Mhm.
where they're like, Just take care of each other. We haven't had this for so long. Let's not fuck it up for each other." But
Exactly.
yeah,
I think that's a great note to end on for that. Okay, so now we're essentially in the home stretch of the podcast. This is essentially where we do a little mix and match for all of our submission portion. You can always submit at the link tree and or the card for the grandpod. That's always there. The first one is the hug fairy. So for our two hug fairy candidates, at Bath Time Joe, you have received a hug. So, bring it in, bring it in. And then at Liam Burb, aka Liam, who was another one of our grandpod candidates for the host, you also received a hug. So hug it out, hug it out. You get a hug, you get a hug. If you weren't shouted out, you also get a hug. And then you, Theo, you also get a hug. So we're all getting hugs.
okay.
And yeah, we're all good. And then honestly, there weren't that many submissions. There weren't any advice submissions. It's way too, my notes are way too old for me to do birthday shout outs. So we're not doing that anymore. And we're just going to go into the song recommendation. So essentially, this is the point where me and my guests talk about something that we've been listening to, a song that we've been digging, jamming, all that. We pretty much say that. And then I give some recommendations for the grandkids. And then we're out of here. So, do you want to go first or shall I?
You
How you
can go
want to do
first.
it? Okay, so in my notes, I technically have a song recommendation, but I wrote this a while ago, back when I was heavy, heavy in my knock loose obsession. Am I out of it? No, which is very fun. So I'm gonna keep it pushing. My song recommendation is going to be Dead Ringer by Knock Loose. I love Dead Ringer so much. I wish when they played it, when they opened for Bring Me the Horizon, I knew what they were saying, but I was fearing for my life. So didn't really know. But when I go see them at Rockville, I'm gonna know, and I'm gonna be very, very excited, and it's gonna be really, really cool. But yeah, I've been really into Knock Loose recently. I recently acquired 3 out of 4 of their projects on CD for my CD collection. I'm only missing one. I'm mad about it because I have to get it from Australia and it costs $24, which is annoying, but I'll get that eventually, and then I'll have my collection. But yeah, I really enjoyed them after I got over the shock and everything. Um, there are some one of my friends is still traumatized when I mentioned the name Knocked Loose simply because of their experience in the pit. Understandable. I thought I was gonna die, but I'm here and I like them a lot now. So it's all good. What about you? What have you been listening to? What have you been digging?
Um, um, the song recommendation I have is one that's been in my top yearly playlist for like 2, maybe 3 years at this point.
Wow.
But this band, I love them. I want everyone to love them. They deserve it. And I
Real.
also want them to start touring outside of their home state.
Real.
26 by Happy Hour. Listen to
Okay.
them. Lead singer, his voice is beautiful. They're all great, just musicians, people. I have a couple of them on Facebook for some reason. They added me when I joined the Facebook group. Um, but they're really fun. They don't really have a set genre. They just kind of play around. They don't take themselves very seriously. Um, as that, not to say they don't take them seriously as musicians, but they play around with what they make, and um, they're self-proclaimed haters of some of their own songs, and I think that's really cool. I think I can appreciate when an artist does that.
I
Um,
love that.
but yeah,
I do.
Happy Hour, they're great from Florida. Get them out of Florida and to Texas at least, because I want to see them.
There we go. Happy Hour. And you said 26?
26.
26 by Happy Hour. Go listen to it. Go listen to Knock Loose. And then we have three more song recommendations. I'm gonna do this quick because we're on Zoom, by the way. That happened. So and I only got 3 more minutes, so let's do this. Number one is Okay by Cleopatra. That was recommended. It was sent in a submission. I'm trying to get into Cleopatra, and this song helped that. For some reason, I'm subscribed to their newsletter in my email. I think it was because of this song, so thank you. Next was Sticker by NCT127. I know this was you, Case. I know this was you. I already know. The song's fine. It's just like a weird, like brain tickly song. If you like K-pop, you like your brain to be a little bit tickled, go for it. Last one, I think this was a joke one, but someone submitted this from when we were talking about this on a call. It's Fear by Imagine Dragons and X Ambassadors. We were having a conversation about how like that's the worst song by Imagine Dragons and X Ambassadors, both of them collectively. I don't hate it anymore. Okay. At first it was bad. And I was like, what is this? But then I listened to it again and I was like, it's not that
Uh,
bad. Like it kind of goes a little crazy. I don't know. My bad. It kind of slaps. So, if you want to join the debate on whether Fear is a good song or not, you can go ahead and listen to it. And that's about it. We're done with the podcast. Um, like I just mentioned, we had so many technical difficulties this episode that I had to move it to Zoom. We are on Zoom right now. Usually I
oh,
record using Discord, but the Discord gods were not with us today, and so we moved to Zoom. Thank you for riding with me throughout all these technical difficulties. This podcast is cursed.
of course.
It retains its reputation in the new year. So yeah, honestly, that's about it. This has been episode 7 of the Grandpa. Do you have any final words you want to give to the audience before we dip? Where can they find you? Give them your ads. Let's do that, maybe.
You can find me on Twitter at Killing Me Slow. One of the L's is actually an I. I don't know which one.
Wow.
Um, no clue. Cloud9K on Instagram. And also vote for me to host the
There we
podcast.
go. And
I will
that's
make a
that.
poster.
Yes, the poster is coming. Thank you so much for being around for almost a year of the podcast. Happy New Year to you. And honestly, I'm gonna end it. We have less than a minute left. Yeah, have a fantastic day. I'll hate that forever.
Love that.
I'll hate that forever.